Live and on demand from the WNY News Now studios in downtown Jamestown. This is News Now at noon.
And thanks for joining us for News Now at noon. I'm Justin Gould.
And I'm Matt Hummel. Now at noon, we take a look at all the big races last night, and we hear from the victors next.
But first, a look at our First Defense forecast with Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter.
Hey, Jay and Matt, and happy Wednesday to all of you on Facebook Live Land. We're just about halfway through the week here. As we take a look at the almanac from yesterday, we actually did make it to 60 degrees yesterday. Of course, we had some peaks in the sunshine, peaks in the cloud cover. 42 is where we bottomed out this morning, and officially at the airport, 0.01 inches of rain, but I think that's a bit of an understatement there. But we did have some damage that occurred from the gusty winds. These are some of the storm reports that came in here. Some non-thunderstorm wind damage from near Sheridan of trees down, and also near Portland, which is near Brockton, trees down on a house. So again, there was some gusty winds, and we'll talk about the peak winds that we had yesterday as well. This is what we have on the radar. Really nothing, just a few little speckles showing up from time to time, but otherwise it is going to be mainly a dry day. Let's show that to you hour by hour here. Now, while there is about a 20% chance of rain, the rain chances really will start to increase tonight just a little bit as a band of lake effect rain may set up. We will time out the remainder of those rain chances plus lake effect snow potential. Yeah, for the weekend. We'll talk about it with our Quick Solution 7-Day later on in the show. Jay and Matt, back to you.
All right, Dakota, thank you. Republican James Quattrone accomplished on Tuesday evening what some have tried but failed to do for over 20 years. Quattrone defeated incumbent Joseph Gerasi in the 2018 general election to become the new Chautauqua County Sheriff. Our Bronson Rasmussen has more from the Democrat viewing party.
Thanks, guys. I'm outside the Labyrinth, where Sheriff Joe Gerasi just conceded to his challenger, a Republican, Jim Quattrone. Gerasi, a Democrat, said that he was thankful for all the votes that he got.
The people have chosen somebody else. I'm going to walk out with my head high because I've done a lot for this county. I've dedicated my entire life, adult life, to public service, and I'm not going away. So I appreciate everything everybody's done, the thousands of people that supported me with their vote, and those that supported me financially. I'm really humbled by all the work that was done on my behalf. So I thank you all, and I move into the next chapter of my life.
You've done a great job.
The room, albeit small, was very energetic as supporters watched the results come in. Sheriff Gerasi did not directly speak to the media, although he did say that he had plans for the future. What's next with the sheriff's position? Well, Jim Quattrone will be sworn in January 1st, and that is when he'll take over the position. Reporting from Jamestown, this is Bronson Rasmussen from WNY News Now.
All right, Bronson, thank you.
Quattrone thanked all of his supporters during his victory speech on election night, that at the Celeron Legion. The sheriff-elect said he also seeks to undergo a smooth transition in preparation of taking office this January.
I want to thank all the voters that came out today, throughout the day, all the supporters. You know, I forgot to mention earlier, you know, Andy was one of the first ones I talked to when I officially declared I was going to be campaigning. And Andy told me he would share with me a lot of information, and that some of it would be good. And that it would be up to me to decide what would work and what wouldn't work. I'd like to really compliment the team I had around me that helped me to run a great, clean campaign. I'd like to congratulate my opponent, Joe Gerasi, in his campaign, because I believe that they ran a good, clean campaign, and we brought out issues, and I look forward to a transition that we can work together and really step forward to move our community in a positive, forward way, continue things that have been there, that have been working, and look for new things that will be more effective in helping our county with the tax burden, as well as the inmates that are getting out, and helping them to be able to transition. I really look forward to working with the great people at the Sheriff's Office in really continuing a relationship with them that we've had, but recognizing the hard work that they've done and giving them the tools and working with them, giving them the tools that they can move forward with their jobs and their careers. The thank yous, I could go through. I'm looking around the room. I haven't even had a chance to talk to so many people. But it's been great, the support I've had, not only, again, from the people in this room, but people around the community, people around the state. I know I've had friends and people that are praying for me around the country, and really appreciate that. And we want to continue this movement. Again, thank you, and I'm looking forward to serving you the next 4 years.
Quattrone added that he looks forward to working with those that are already employed within the sheriff's office.
We want to bring in WNY News Now Chief Political Correspondent Rory Palero, who joined us last night at the decision desk. I guess it is afternoon, but I should say good morning, Rory, because, boy, it's been a long night.
Well, long time no see, paisans.
Exactly. Don't have too long to talk about this race, but it is really one of the biggest ones that we've seen in Chautauqua County.
Well, and it brought some excitement to the night because most of the races that we were covering were over in a relatively short time.
Right.
I think the Tom Reed race and this one were the two that kept people watching. And I think both men leave here with a lot of respect after this race. It's one of those races where whoever won, Chautauqua County won.
And I absolutely agree with that, Rory and Matt. You know, we've covered both the sheriff and Jim Quattrone for quite some time with both of their work in and out of law enforcement. And, you know, I just want to say both of these men are great men. And, you know, I'm looking forward to continuing to work with, Joe all the way up until January in the sheriff's capacity. And then looking forward to working with Jim Quattrone as sheriff. And, I think that either way, the people of Chautauqua County, like you said, Rory, are going to come out on top here.
Well, and we could end up working with Joe in some other capacity because he said he's not done serving the community, which is a plus for the community.
And that's exactly what I was about to say, Rory. I feel like in different ways we'll work with both men, especially as 2019 approaches, and I'm looking forward to it.
Right, absolutely.
Another big local race, meanwhile, was between New York State Assemblyman Andy Goodell and Judy Einach. Goodell easily defeated Einach, winning by nearly 40%.
Now, the Assemblyman spoke with our AD Simcoe following that win. Take a listen.
Justin, I'm here with State Assemblyman Andrew Goodell, and really I just have one question for you, sir. What are your thoughts, this close sheriff's race, a ticket that you were proud to be on, which you spoke about earlier? What are your thoughts on the evening?
Well, I was very pleased to see how well Jim Quattrone did across the county. He ran a very strong, positive campaign. He obviously had the endorsement of all the police agencies throughout the county, which was huge in my opinion. But I thought also, though, that Sheriff Gerasi had a very positive record, a lot to be proud of. He's accomplished a lot. So it wasn't a negative campaign. I think it was just a sense that we're ready for new leadership and new energy. And Sheriff Gerasi did a fine job in the past, and I'm excited that Jim Quattrone will carry that on. And I think we're going to see a lot more teamwork, a lot closer cooperation among the police agencies, and ultimately that will mean much safer communities for all of us.
All right, Mr. Goodell, this evening I don't want to hold you up. Let you enjoy your victory as well, and just have a good night. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, and I look forward to representing the residents in Chautauqua County on the floor of the Assembly, and I very much appreciate their confidence in my ability to make sure that our voice is heard as we push forward on legislation that hopefully will make it more business friendly, reducing taxes, cutting the cost of health insurance, and really laying the foundation for Chautauqua County to grow and prosper.
Okay, Mr. Goodell, thank you very much for your time.
Very much.
Now, we were unable to reach Goodell's opponent, Inoch, for comment by broadcast today, but this race really was easily won. The CG is not incorrect. Goodell really blew past Judy Inoch, and we've seen her as an up-and-coming political figure, Matt and Rory, but just didn't come out on top here.
Well, for me, the key moment in this local race was the debate they had at JCC, the League of Women's Voters debate, because Andy came across as sincere and knowledgeable and could share his experiences from being an assemblyman. And she stumbled on a few questions and kind of lost her footing at a few times. But it was her first local race here. Right. She did run for mayor of Buffalo at one point. And I could see her coming back and running for something again. I think she ran a good campaign.
Right. Yeah.
And the thing is, too, with Judy, it's not that she wasn't sincere either. And I think she was very passionate about her thoughts. But like you said, the problem was just the lack of experience. And maybe next time in a different race, she'll have much better results.
Well, I think if she sticks with it, local Democrats may have a new star on their hands because she's a very good person. And talking to her, she's very, one-on-one, she's extremely informative.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Rory. We'll check back in with you in just a bit. Next here, another relatively close race for the 23rd District. We'll hear from Congressman Tom Reed next.
And later, our Dakota Hunter joins us again with a look at possible lake effect snow this weekend.
Ooh.
That when we come back.
The Fitness Bunker in Lakewood is a locally owned and operated club that cares about your health and wellness. They invest in it. Right now, enter their 30-day challenge, where for only $69, you get 30 days of unlimited everything. That's right, everything, along with 2 one-on-one personal training sessions. Then, if you lose 10 pounds, you'll get the next month free. Plus, the first place winner will get 2 Buffalo Bills tickets or a $100 gift card. Details right now on the Fitness Bunker's Facebook page. Keep your car running smooth this winter at Express Bike and Auto, located at 1761 Foot Avenue Extension right here in Jamestown. They're your one-stop shop for all of your automotive needs. Looking for a new ride? Express Bike and Auto even sells vehicles. And guess what? Financing is available. What are you waiting for? Visit Express Bike and Auto at 1761 Foot Avenue Extension today. There's an old saying, there's no news in the newsroom. Well, it's true. The time I spend at the anchor desk is just part of my day. Most of our time is spent gathering stories in the community, stories that matter to you. We can't do it alone, and we need your help. When you see breaking news or have a news tip we should know about, drop us a line on Facebook today, email our news desk, or call our newsroom at 488-7226 so we can bring those stories straight back to you.
Democratic candidate Tracy Matrano conceded to incumbent Representative Tom Reed following his victory speech late Tuesday. Reed thanked his staff, the voters, but most of all, his family.
It truly is time to come together. This Problem Solvers Caucus that we put together, I just congratulated my co-chair, Josh Gottheimer, on the Democratic side of his great victory in New Jersey. We are going to change the U.S. House of Representatives, and we are going to start getting things done for the American people. And I will just tell you, this doesn't happen without family, my wife, my daughter, my son, my sisters, all of them, my brother-in-law. You know, I look at the sky each and every day, and I reach out to my mom and my dad, and I will just tell you, I'm just blessed to have such a great family. I'm just blessed to have been raised by 11 older brothers and sisters and a mom and a dad who I never even knew, but instilled in us the who we are. And I will just tell you, without family, without friends, without supporters like you, I don't know what we would do, because we can't do it without those folks in our lives. And I just want you to know, as I go around this room and I look at folks, there's a lot of friends, there's a lot of love in this room, and it goes both ways. And I would just tell you, our staff, who has stood there with us, Allison, as we went into Celeron, and we said, we'll get this done, don't worry about it. There's only 2,000 people there, we're on national news, but don't worry about it, we'll get it done. You know, and I just look at all our staff. Nick, my campaign manager, Abby, our chief of staff, who was at the Western Front and held and drove it big on the Western Front, Drew Wayne. And I will just tell you, I mean, there's so many of my staffers in here, present and past, and, you know, Joe Sempolinski, all grown up, having his own baby, he's over there.
Unofficial results have Reed with over 50% of the vote.
Democratic incumbent and New York State Governor Andrew Cuomo rolled to an easy victory for a third term in office, besting GOP challenger Mark Molinaro and 3 third-party hopefuls. Democrats also swept statewide races once again.
And our progressive government has proven that we can provide opportunities for all New Yorkers, that the president's calculus is wrong. Society's success is not a zero-sum game. It's not I win only if you lose. It's we all win bigger when we work together. New York says equal rights for women does not demean men. It respects us all. Fair wages do not diminish management, they increase productivity. Raising the minimum wage does not hurt business, it grows business. Smart gun safety laws does not stop sportsmen and legal gun owners, it saves lives of innocent victims.
Cuomo, as of just after midnight, tallied almost 60% of the vote to Molinaro's nearly 35%.
And on a national scale, Justin, after 2 years of Republicans in complete control, President Trump is going to have to get used to a split on Capitol Hill. Karen Caifa is in Washington with a look at where things stand after a big midterm election night.
Democrats projected to take control of the House of Representatives for the first time in 8 years, and they did it by winning in key suburban districts in states like Pennsylvania and Virginia.
Change is coming to America, and change is coming to Virginia 10.
And after focusing their final days less on President Trump and more on health care and the character of the country.
Thanks to you, we owned the ground. Thanks to you, tomorrow will be a new day in America.
Republicans holding on to the U.S. Senate, boosted by flipping 3 seats away from vulnerable Democrats in red states, Indiana, Missouri, and North Dakota. But it was a surprisingly close race in Texas that pushed Republicans to that Senate majority. Ted Cruz besting Democrat Beto O'Rourke.
This election was a battle of ideas. It was a contest for who we are and what we believe.
President Trump's first reaction to the results, a tweet saying, "Tremendous success tonight. Thank you to all." Trump advisor Kellyanne Conway telling reporters the president had a successful midterm stretch.
One big lesson, you just can't get around it, is that he made a difference in so many of these races.
And the president called Nancy Pelosi and Mitch McConnell on election night the first step toward a new dynamic with a new Congress starting in January. In Washington, I'm Karen Caifa.
Karen, thank you.
Next here, Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter with more on possible lake effect snow coming our way this weekend. Stay with us.
Coming soon to downtown Jamestown, Pearl City Hops Restaurant and Tavern. The full-service restaurant will carry a wide array of craft brews, wines, and food pairings to make your taste buds sing. Enjoy breakfast, lunch, and dinner 7 days a week, including a Sunday brunch buffet. A truly one-of-a-kind experience coming soon.
EagleZip.com is your local one-stop shop for all of your home and business computer needs. Located on Fluvan Avenue Extension, just outside of Jamestown, EagleZip.com sells and services all brands of desktops and laptops, as well as servers and network equipment for your business. All new computer sales include transferring your data from your old computer plus a 2-year warranty. Call EagleZip.com today.
Stop by EagleZip.com today and let us make computers easy for you.
You're watching WNY News Now, where coverage comes first. First Defense Weather is sponsored by Quick Solutions of Jamestown. Count on Quick Solutions for printing, copying, mass mailings, and so much more. Part of your team. Learn more at QuickSolutionsUSA.com. That's QuickSolutionsUSA.com.
First Defense Weather, the Southern Tier's only live and local weather source. Now, here's Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter.
Hey, welcome back to News Now at Noon. Let's take a live look at the SkyVision Camera Network. This is the camera on top of the Warren City Bank in downtown Warren. Look at those fall colors. That is gorgeous. Traffic flowing very well there across the Hickory Street Bridge, 51, with a low dew point of 34 degrees. And that means the air is nice and dry. It was a windy Tuesday. Let's take a look at some of the peak wind gusts across the area. The Dunkirk Lighthouse gauged a wind gust of 57 degrees. That was the peak wind gust over the past 24 hours. The Dunkirk Airport at 51, Fredonia 47, the Jamestown Airport officially at 40, and Silver Creek down at 37. So right along the Lake Erie shoreline, as we told you, was where the strongest winds were going to be, and that's where they were. News Now Cam, we're seeing the sun. Rejoice. Today's the pick of the litter, so if you need anything you got to do outdoors today, go and do it. 45 is the current temp with that southwest wind to 17. A gust to 23. The winds are still a bit breezy as that low pressure system is passing in Canada, well off away from us, but it's still bringing in the winds, and look at that wind chill of 38 degrees. So speaking of chilly, if you're looking for warmth, you got to go all the way out here, because it's not going to be warm anywhere across the Midwest or the East over the next 6 to 10 days, according to NOAA. It's really going to be cold, and when you start getting into this purple, that indicates a higher than average chance for seeing below average temperatures. So yeah, it's getting cold. As we take a look at the regional radar here, dome of high pressure is starting to build in. This is kind of clearing us out, but the chance does exist for a few light lake effect snow, rain showers, not snow showers, for the afternoon. Close in on First Defense Doppler, really nothing. The majority of the day will be dry, but there will be the chance for a rain shower, mainly right near the Lake Erie shoreline. You can see Future Scan picks up on it. Then as we go throughout the night, it changes over to wet snow along the highest hilltops. No accumulation. Don't worry about that. The snow's going to be too wet to accumulate. Tomorrow should be mainly dry, maybe just a few light, lingering wet snow showers for tomorrow morning. Now, let's change the model. This is a longer range model on Future Scan, because we've been talking about the potential for lake effect snow over the weekend. And you can see this long range model starts to pick up on it here. See this band of lake effect start to come off Lake Erie. This is by about Saturday afternoon. Again, the timing is still off. We don't know the exact placement on this yet. It's still too early to throw out numbers, but this is something we have been keeping track of throughout the week. And of course, we'll give you all the latest tomorrow and as we continue to get closer to the weekend. Temperatures today will top out in the upper 40s, mainly right along the Lake Erie shoreline. A bit still breezy as well, 15 to 25 mile per hour winds out of the southwest. Inland we go. Temperatures in the lower to mid 40s here, maybe 48 around Warren, 46 in Jamestown. Partly sunny, mainly a few spot showers, but the majority of the day should be nice and dry. Your future on the screen, 40 degrees Thursday. Look at this, 40 also on Friday. Rain and snow showers, but oh boy, that temperature comes down, 31 degrees. Chance for lake effect snow sun on Saturday through Tuesday, and temperatures go down into the 30s. Woo, we should be near 51 degrees this time of the year. We will take a break and be right back.
I just love to be with the dogs, and I like to do them one at a time. They don't wait for 5 hours in my shop. We have full groom, which includes everything from A to Z, nails, of course brushing, any trimming that needs to be done. I do offer teeth brushing, which is a little extra. So if he takes me 2 hours, it's $40. If he takes me 3 hours, I still keep it down. As long as the dog comes back happy and not at the door, I'm happy.
You're on your way to meet up with friends, but you can't seem to get anywhere quickly. You don't want your friends to be annoyed, so you text. You're on your way. "5 seconds is the average time your eyes are off the road while texting while driving. Make sure you get where you're going."
And one other note from last night's election coverage, it wasn't all just numbers, as our Rory Polero certainly knows. Things can get a little confusing when we're moving at 1,000,000 miles an hour, right, Rory?
Oh, well, I blame it on the producers, but yes, things happen.
Take a look at a little funny from last night's coverage.
You want me to just add percentages on this?
And welcome back to WNY News Now election coverage. Sorry about that, Rory. They told us 30 seconds ago that we'd be back in 30 seconds, and guess what? They're not lying.
They were right. They were right.
Welcome back here. Still at least waiting it's that not all dry, gentlemen.
Yeah.
Overall, what'd you think?
I was kind of disappointed that some of the races weren't closer, just for the drama of it.
Yeah.
The people have spoken, and like Harry Truman once said, the people are right even when they're not.
Yep.
You have to live with it. I am pleased there was a good turnout, because this really is showing the will of a majority of the people of New York State.
I was pleased personally with the interaction that we had with the viewers out there. A lot of people were watching and stayed up late with us too. I was very impressed with that.
Absolutely, and we're very thankful for them to do that, and for you to watch us here at noon. Just to put it into perspective, many of us and our staff did not leave until like 5 a.m. So some of us 12-hour plus days. So I want to say thank you to all of you as well. And I have the afternoon off after this, so I'm going to take a nap. I don't know about you guys, but
I'm taking one now.
I'm going to take a nap. Hey, that's going to do it for us today. Of course, we're back tomorrow, hopefully with a little more caffeine. Stay up to date on all the latest headlines, though, at WNYNewsNow.com. Hope you have a great day. See you tomorrow.